Okay, Algebra 2, objective 38 today. Determine an equation of a line when given the slope and a point. So circle slope and point here. Slope and point. That's telling you the situation for these type of problems. You're going to be told, give me the equation of the line. Could be in standard form, could be in point slope form. They're going to give you a slope, and then they're going to give you some x, y. So they're basically saying there's a line that exists that has this slope, and it just happens to go through this point. Anytime that somebody gives you a point and a slope and tells you to make a line, you need to remember this point slope form, something that you surely saw in Algebra 1, where you go y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Notice my three arrows underneath here. Right here, here, here. You're going to have really three pieces of information. A slope, which you will put right here, and you'll have a point, which comes in two parts, an x part and a y part. So we call it an x1 and a y1. Whatever the x number is, you'll put here, and the y number you'll put here. So out of your slope and the two parts of your point, you put them into this formula. So let's just go look at our first example. Write the equation of a line with a slope, circle it, of 7/3 and a point of 3, -6. So this is x1, y1, and this is m. So let's say, what is our m? It is 7/3. What is our x1? It is 3. What is our y1? It is -6. Those three things. So they're telling you a point and a slope. Sounds like two things, but it's really three things. The slope, the x1, the y1. Those are the three things where we're going to plug those numbers in up here. The m will go here, the x1 and the y1. So that's why we want to identify what those three are. All right, so we're going to start with y minus y1. Now y1 is -6. So this is going to be the case where you would go y minus -6. So you're actually going to say y plus 6. So take a special note there. I'm going to write above here. I'm going to go, I'll write below, y minus y1, m, x minus x1. So we know. All right, y minus y1 will be y plus 6 because it's already minus. The slope is 7/3. And then the x minus x1 will be x minus 3. And that is it. If all they want is you to write the equation in point slope form, that's what this thing is. Point slope form. It's a very useful form for starting an equation. If they wanted it to be in slope intercept form or in y equals mx plus b, you would still have to start by making it in point slope form, and then you'd have to rearrange it into y equals mx plus b. But point slope form, when you're given these two pieces of information, a slope and a point, that's where you're always going to start. All right, this next one actually will ask. It'll say write the equation in slope intercept form. Write the equation in slope intercept form. When you have a slope of 8 and a point -2, 4. So your line's going to have a slope of 8 and it's going to go through the point -2, 4. But your final answer needs to be in y equals mx plus b. You can't start in y equals mx plus b, but you better end in y equals mx plus b. Which is what we got here. Even though we want slope intercept form as our answer, we have to start with point slope form, because that's the starting spot if you are given a slope and a point. And that is exactly what we're given. It is in the words right up here. Write the equation when you have a slope of 8 and a point -2, 4. So remember our point slope form. Write it down as much as possible. The more you have that memorized, the easier these problems are going to be because you're going to have to think less about it. So we got y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. I'm going to zoom out, scroll it down a little bit. So we're going to go y minus y1 is y minus 4. M is our slope, which is 8. So y minus 4 equals 8. And then x minus x1 will be x minus -2. Since it's already -2, you're going to change it to x plus 2. So x plus 2. And now you've written it in point slope form. You had to use point slope form to start because you had a point and a slope. To get to slope intercept form, you're always 2 steps away. Distribute first. So y minus 4 equals 8x plus 16. So to get from point slope form to slope intercept form, distribute first, move this piece over next, so add 4 over there. So plus 4, and you are done. That crosses out, and y now equals 8x plus 20. So you need to have this form memorized, or remember at the very least, go back to your notes and find point slope form. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. You must start with this form if they tell you to write the equation of a line and they give you a slope and some point, x1, y1. Where we're going to go next from here is the next lesson. You're going to have to make that same kind of equation when you're not given a slope at all, but you're given 2 points. So tomorrow, you're going to have to make an equation given 2 points and no slope at all. And we'll look how that is on objective 39 when we get there.